Hi, welcome to the Collectibles Show. My name is LaPedis. I'm your host tonight. Every week, we have an expert talk about a brand new collectible. It could be an old collectible, it could be a new collectible. Tonight, we're talking about American currency. We have Gary Farnsworth with All Seas Collectibles with us tonight in Aurora, Colorado. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Eric.
I think it's prevalent to know that people need to study up on what they're going to buy before they take their hard-earned money to buy money. Tell me about this book, and are there any other books that people should know about?
Well, this book here deals just with currency. It's available for sale if you want to buy it, or probably at your local library you can find this reference book. It'll tell you about the different grades and the values of those grades, so you get an idea of what your stuff is actually trading for.
You talked about grades. Are there professional graders that actually grade currency?
Yes, there is. They will grade the currency for you. They charge you a fee for that service, but then it actually tells you exactly what the commerce of the business will say that currency is graded at.
Is it worth for me to pay somebody to grade it, seal it, then before I get ready to sell it? What's the value in actually having something professionally graded over than to have somebody, just a local expert, grade it?
Well, the grading services are real good for the uncirculated notes. Basically, the note has to be worth some amount of money because they do charge for that service, and you don't want to end up paying more for the grading service than the note's actually worth. So you have to take that into account. If you go to your local dealer, he'll basically tell you what would be wise to get graded and what not to get graded. And if you look in your book at the library, you can see if it's worth under $100, maybe not, better not get it graded because you'll have to end up paying too much for the service. I think the rarity, condition, and demand are the big things as far as currency is concerned. All three of those factors have to be there for it to be worth a lot of money.
You know, in all the bills that we've been seeing right in front of us, you have them on plastic protectors. Is that the way they should always be presented, in those protectors, or is there something even better than that to protect them?
Yes, there's better holders than this. This generally is just a generic holder that you can buy at a local store that doesn't cost very much, about 50 cents. This is good to keep the oils of your hands off the note so you don't damage the note. It keeps it from getting creased as long as you don't abuse the note itself. There's also other holders that are real stiff, so that if you've got a really nice note, you might want to protect it with that so it doesn't get folded, because if you fold it, you could lose a lot of money.
Is there a chance, so me just learning all about this, and I think a lot of viewers are just learning, and they've thrown them in little envelopes into their dresser drawer, if they have taken a bill that's worth a lot of money and folded it or got it dirty, is there professional restoration for those items?
Well, actually, they frown on doing that because it's kind of deceitful with currency. So it's best not to do anything with your note, just to leave it the way it is. Get it unfolded, get it out of that bag or whatever you have it in, put it in a holder that'll keep it flat and dry, away from the sunlight, away from dampness. Those factors hurt notes, so you need to be very careful where you store your stuff.
Okay. Tell me, let's talk about storing it. What plays a role in damaging American currency, paper money?
Well, first of all, is the oil from your hands will actually discolor the note. Things like sunlight will fade the printing on the note, will damage the actual value of the note. Also, moisture will cause molds to grow on it or cause other kinds of damage and spotting. You need to be very careful about that. Either leave it in a safe deposit box or a very dry and unlit area.
I'm going to start collecting. I think I learned as much as I want to learn. Obviously, nobody can learn it all. If I had $100, maybe $200, what would you recommend that I start collecting?
Stick with something that's not very expensive and try that. And then as you get more experience, you learn more about grading, you learn more about how to store items, then you might want to go to a more expensive item.
What would you be buying?
Oh, there's great notes from the Civil War that are very underpriced. Those are always wonderful to get, for $10 or $15 or $20. Until you get into more sophistication, you might want to go with a gem quality note, but you should really know the grading system and what you're doing.
Okay. What should I do? Get as many as possible, or worry about the grade of the product?
Well, I think quality is the main thing you want to do. You want to stay away from quantity. Quality will see your stuff appreciate much better than quantity.
Okay. And with this, I'd like to thank you, Gary Farnsworth with All Seeds Collectible in Aurora, Colorado. Thank you very much for being on the show. Once again, thank you for viewing us tonight. And remember, not everybody's trash is trash, but one person's collectible. Keep on collecting. I'm Aaron LaPedis. Thanks for watching tonight.